We are at the lathe, finally. So this is a pen mandrel. This goes into the headstock of the lathe and spins. And then this is the tool rest, and I'm able to cut there. These here are bushings, and these are specific ones that line up to the shape of the hardware of the pen. So what we do is we put on a bushing, like so. In this case, we're going to put on the shorter top to the pen, like so. Notice I got that line there, remember that? Well, it's going to come to play in a second. This one's a little confusing. I do that, and I do that. Great. And then this has to line up with the other one if you want the grain to be the same when you actually turn it. So there you go. That's what the pen's going to look like. And then you get this guy on, and then you adjuster, and yeah, so here are some of my tools. These are for spindle turning. So if you have a piece of wood that's spinning like that, you would use these tools. You wouldn't use these on a bowl. What I learned early on is if your tools are sharp, everything's going to be fine. If they're not sharp, you're going to be upset. This is called a spindle roughing gouge. I'm going to use this mostly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my grinder here, and I'm going to sharpen the tip so that I can use it on that a lot easier. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe in slow motion? Dare I? Okay, as you can see, got it down to shape. Starting to look like a pen. This was the only tricky part. You gotta cut a little tenon here and then slip this bushing over, and that sort of replicates the part of the pen that fits onto that part. So yeah, it's just a little cuff there. As you can see, it's a little rough, but that is why we sand. So I got a pretty clean cut, considering this is this curly maple and it seems to tear out a bunch, but once I sand that, that's going to look pretty nice. So there you go, all shaped up. Always wear a respirator while sanding. It's really important. You don't want to get fine dust particles in your lungs.